Ah, morning. Well, the time to start seeding has been and gone now. We are officially behind the 8 ball. I'm in a mad rush today to get the last of this back together. We've had the hitch modified, that's back on there now. We've made up a new seed delivery system for the back of the bar. I've got to put that on this morning. I've got to connect all the air lines. I'm sort of hoping if I push pretty hard today that I'll have this sort of out in the paddock ready to maybe start seeding tomorrow. It is dry though, it is so damn dry. We have had about 45 millimetres for the year. That is not even 2 inches. But there's tractors going everywhere in the district. It's time to start. When the weather gods give you lemons, you just got to make lemonade, and unfortunately we're just going to have to start dry sowing. Me and Dad bloody hate doing it. It's just not that much fun. It's hard on everything, it's dusty, it's just, you don't do as good a job of anything really, and we just try to avoid it, but we can't avoid it. There's no rain on the forecast, it hasn't rained, and it's time to start seeding, so we got to get to it. So first things first, this morning I finished welding up and making a new seed delivery system for the back of the bar here. It's just 3 bits of 3-inch pipe with some 2.5 splits on the end. Those they connect up to those, the 2.5-inch hose connects up to the back of those splits there, and then it goes off to the primary heads and then down to the tines. So I've finished welding that up yesterday. I've got to put that on first, so we'll get that done, and then yeah, we'll just keep motoring along here, try and get this done as quick as we can. Now I'm just going to have to shorten these lines all back to about that length there, because originally they ran all the way up to the front here, but they don't do that anymore, so we'll shorten them, get them on there. Good times. Oh, they make these clamps so bloody tight, can't even get them on. Ah! Time for a bit of slippery stuff. Last hose. So the main reason that we've rigged this thing up here is because, well, number one, we're marrying up a Simplicity air seeder to a Bourgault bar. So nothing really connects. They're two totally different designs, they like two totally different things. We really like the Simplicity air seeders because they are, well, simple. And the problem that we're having last year was that these splits here, they were sitting right up the front, and we were struggling. Really, you need to keep the seed going in a really straight line before they hit the splits. Otherwise, what you find is it will send too much seed off to one side, and then you get uneven seed distribution in the ground, so on and so forth. So what we've done this year is we've rigged up these about metre long pipes, so when the seed comes in here, it's got a nice long section of pipe to sort itself out, and then it goes through the splits at the back. So we've gone all in on it. We really hope that it's going to work, because otherwise that's a lot of wasted time, but it should be a lot better than what we had before. I'm sort of starting to run out of things to do here. I've just got to connect up a few electronics back here, and then we're almost there. Whew. It's been a long road.
hit some, did you, Henry?
Oh, we just lengthened this one.
Oh, yep.
It already had a hole there and there. It just needed, we just put a hole in the middle. And then, yeah, she's all chickadee-boo. I'm just about done here now, so I might take it out in the paddock in a minute and do a few turns with it and make sure it's going to...
Bit hard, but didn't.
Yeah, that's it. Probably have to go a lot slower too when we're seeding because it won't pull it. Alright, probably just put one hose on and measure out a rough length, and then we'll go out into the paddock and do a couple of turns. Just make sure that I get that hose the exact right length, because you know, when it turns and swivels you probably need a little bit extra length than when it's just sitting here straight. So plus we want to make sure nothing's going to hit anything, so we'll go out and do that. But in the meantime, my top con is just updating at the moment, so I'm waiting on that, so I won't go anywhere just yet, but I got to put this in there. It just goes over the top of the meter rollers just to slow down the flow of seed over the meter rollers while we're sowing wheat, barley and vetch, which is what we mainly sow, so I better get in there and do that. Well, lunch is in. Time to go out and test this beast in the paddock and just see what we got going on. Hopefully everything clears and it's all looking good and no pipes are stretching or anything like that, but we'll find out in a minute. Well, I haven't had the camera out too much while I've been doing this because it's been a bit stressful, but I think we should be alright. We'll finish cutting our airlines and we're good to go. That's going to be an absolutely wonderful thing. I don't know, we lengthened the hitch. I'm not really sure that we achieved all that much by doing it. All that happens when we turn now is the press wheels here no longer hit the back tyre. Well, they cannot hit the back tyre. Basically before, when we were turning, the press wheels could come back around and almost go underneath the that back tyre there. So we still get close enough to that tyre at the front. Yeah, look, it is what it is. We just got to be mindful when we're turning, and we'll run it. We'll run it and get some stuff done. Now you guys are about to lay witness to literally one of the worst jobs ever. Ever. It's getting this 3-inch pipe over these 3-inch hose over these 3-inch cam lock fittings. Well, sit back and enjoy my struggle. This is not going to be fun. That was just one. Oh, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more to go. Still not on. Woo! I think you guys get the picture. I'll see you guys when I'm done with this. Well, you're not going to believe this, but there is one dealer north of Adelaide that has 3-inch air seeder hose. Everybody else has sold out and they can't get it at the moment. That's the only thing stopping us from going seeding at the moment. And the one dealer that does sell it, they sell it by the roll, and it'll be a 20-25 metre roll. So we'll buy it and we'll have 20 metres sitting around in the shed for the next 3 years. But anyway, we're just going to see a neighbour who may have some laying around, so we'll go do that. Maybe we'll get moving. Take a look at that, would you? Sometimes you just got to call on the neighbours. Went out there, they had a nice little length that just about fits straight on there. So that's one more problem solved. And that's pretty much all my problems solved, to be honest. Only thing left to do is put some seed and fertiliser in this thing and get stuck into it. So I think that's going to be a job for tomorrow though. First time having air whistling through it for the season. Oh, feels good. Well folks, that's probably about it for today. I'm going to put the camera down now. Got a few things to finish off for the day and then I'm done. Thank you very much for watching the video. Give us a thumbs up if you can, really helps me out. Stay safe and we'll see you all next time. Cheers.